For
For
a
once.
point of inspiration, would anyone care to go over what happened last time?
My notes are surprisingly sparse. I don't know if we just didn't do a lot, or I just didn't take a lot of notes. But let's give it a go. Mr. Silverlake, we fought the harpies, and for some reason, then we continued up the mountain towards Hom the monk. The cave was kind of gross. He's a mischievous old man. Miss Dell didn't like him very much. I kind of do. Evil's twins hide their face, but we can expect them to change by winter. We gotta report that back to the Blackstaff. We lost the goat and got some pies and cakes from Cake My Day. Then headed off to speak with the horse. I know. And that is all I have.
Yeah, that's about sums it up.
Yep, that's pretty much what happened last time.
Yeah. You guys had managed to get the permission of the stable hand to inquire within in search of your horse, although you feel like he's keeping an eye on you because it's not every day like a group of 5 people asked to talk to a horse.
Kind of. Yeah. Alluded to it. Like,
He just wants to be sure that you're not going to be like, trying to have your way with any of the livestock in here.
yeah, we said no. We said no
No.
funny business.
Still, it's
Yeah,
his
people have
job.
my
He's
word.
going to make sure that you guys aren't trying to do something to the um dray horses. Okay, so roll me somebody an investigation check.
Okay.
This is why we need Dell.
Oh, hey. Well, so
I rolled an
investigation.
18 plus 3.
Yeah.
20,
I'll guidance
something.
myself, yeah.
21.
I got a 4.
Got a 16.
These are a lot of horses, Bethia.
She just kind of pokes at the straw on the floor with her boot, like, no, I don't really notice anything interesting going on.
I got 15.
Valmedes, what did he get?
Oh, 18. Am I muted?
No.
No,
I
you
heard
did
you.
say.
I forgot what you said.
Actually,
I will be muted from time. I do mute myself, so I check.
Yeah. So you guys are walking down the stalls and investigating each of the horses, and Valmedes, Javi, and Rookie at the same time. All 3 of you point to a stall that has a carving on. Or a nameplate on the outside that has just says Maxine in bright blue and silver scrolling letters.
Scrolling letters. Like a ticket tape.
Well, scroll script, fancy script says
Oh, I see.
Maxine.
Right, I'm with you now. Sorry.
No, you're
was
fine.
just- I was
I
like,
did
what is
use
on-
the wrong word. I think I did use the wrong word, so it's okay.
It's like some kind of magical thing at the bottom of a newscast.
I mean,
Breaking news.
they
This is
do
Maxine.
have magical Twitter paper, the little paper birds. So
Twitter paper.
I mean, they turn into birds, so they're tweets, right?
Have I gotten? Does that mean they were like horribly racist paper birds flying
I
around?
like that joke. I was gonna say that. Just open it and it just screams racist abuse at you. Anyway.
Yes, you guys peer into the stall and you see this rather ordinary looking mare of a bright rowan color, so a reddish fur hide coat. There we go, reddish coat. She just kind of looks up at you, and she's got one of those big thick quilted blankets draped over her to keep her warm. It's because it is getting into the evening and kind of chilly. She just stares at you the way a horse would stare at you.
Hello, Miss Maxine?
Like the eyes kind of rotate over to Rookie.
I might just like an eye roll for some reason. I don't know if it is, but I like the idea that it is. We're... Wait, whose mission was this again? Harper.
I think
Harpers. We're with the Harpers.
The horse kind of plods up to you and gives your coat like a little nuzzle with her nose. And she's just kind of like snuffling at you. As she
did you
gets
guys find her?
as you get closer, you notice that on like the edge of like the little blanket around her shoulders, you see like a similar like looking blue and silver Harper pin like pinned into the blanket.
Oh. Ricky pulls out his Harper pin and shows it to her. Excuse me. Because I got that back from the Harpies and the goat.
And Maxine kind of like looks at your hand and starts like lipping at the pin and kind of like eyeing the rest of you.
I pull his hand back. Like, last time we did that, it was taken by a goat.
This is a horse. They're different.
Maybe she needs to see all of our pins, and so Vethia holds her pin out as well.
Did we all get pins?
Yes, you
Didn't
did.
we?
Yes,
Okay.
Merc
Yeah.
gave each of you pins.
For a... Which is...
Whip out a pin.
Okay. Whenever like her eyes kind of like go over across each of you in turn, and like taking in each of your pins, and she kind of step backs a little bit, and like both hooves kind of as she shifts her weight, she kind of like plods back and forth in place, and just says, "How do I know those aren't fake?"
For some reason, I really want her to stand on two legs. Don't know why.
And she kind of like
I'm more interested in,
tosses.
like the Mr. Ed mouth movement.
She like tosses her head so that her mane like goes back over her shoulder, like almost
How do we prove-
imperiously.
Oh, we were given to them from Mirt.
Mirt.
Who the fuck is Murt?
Wait, no, that's not how you pronounce it. How do you pronounce it?
Mirt.
The old adventurer guy.
If a horse could look at you suspiciously, you get the feeling that this horse is looking at you suspiciously. Roll a persuasion check there, rookie.
Oh, is my persuasion any good? Let's find out. Oh, it's not bad. I rolled low. I'm going to use an inspiration. That's much better. That's 16.
Like, well, okay, fine. If you know Mert, I suppose I could. Wait, what am I supposed to be telling you?
You had information on Zentarum agents.
I did?
That's what we were told.
She kind of like tilts her head to one side as she thinks. I suppose I do remember giving a ride to a sun elf and a half orc a few days ago. But I can't remember where I picked them up from, but I do remember dropping them off at the yawning portal. They were talking about hiring spies to root out Xanathar Guild hideouts in the city.
Was the half orc a female?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
And she kind of had like teeth that stuck out a little bit, her bottom lip. You see her like the horse like trying to do the same with her own, but it doesn't quite work that well. And so she's like, and she was all like, "Yes, Davil, yes, Davil," and like the horse is like sitting there like shaking her head like over and over again to make like her mane like flip through the air.
The dude's name was Davil?
Oh,
That's me.
That's the
That's
general
me.
rumor.
No, she would have said yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. Sorry, she doesn't know
Okay,
their
great.
names. Sorry.
So if it was the dude's name was Davil, I'm like, well, obviously he's bad. His name's almost. Did I not pick this up?
We've met
No, okay,
Dapple.
fair enough.
Yeah.
That's the guy we met for our Zentorum
Mhm.
quest guy.
Yeah, she wasn't supposed
Is
to
that
tell
in line with
she
what he told
was
us?
she wasn't supposed to tell you their names, but that's who she's talking about. That was me fucking up.
It's okay. I figured it was her from Sun Elf and Female Half Orc.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It
Yeah.
wasn't it was very pretty
Does
obvious.
that line up with what he told us?
Um
Line up with what he told us?
yes, you do know that he is working against both Xanathar's guild and, as he claims, the rogue cell of Zentarum. So that does kind of line up, and basically she's confirming for you what you already know, and that's that
Yeah.
they're Zent agents. But it seems like the Harpers don't know that about their identity.
Yeah.
All right.
Can I ask you a kind of personal question?
Of
Keeping his
course.
voice down, so it's not like upset the stable hand boy. How are you able to talk? Have you always had this ability, or was it gifted to you by a wizard?
You know what? I don't know.
That's the best. A mystery.
I don't think I was ever anything else other than a horse. It's all I remember being.
That's very interesting. Thank you.
You're welcome. And she leans forward and nips your cheek as though giving you a kiss.
Ricky blushes, and he doesn't entirely know why. I think I've seen videos of this on the internet. He obviously does not say.
No funny business. No, I'm kidding.
Why the stable hand was so worried. This has happened before.
All right. Well, so Maxine, have you seen anything else interesting in the city that you'd like to tell us about?
Like what?
Well, just anything that seemed out of place or anything funny besides, the sun elf that you mentioned and the half orc.
And she thinks. It's very kind of disconcerting seeing a horse ponder. But she's
I think
definitely
seeing a horse do most of this stuff is probably a bit disconcerting.
yeah, but she is clearly thinking about things. And she says that she heard, well, I heard some gods talking about some murders that have been happening down in the dock district.
I see. Okay.
It also lines up with stuff we've heard before.
Yes.
I remember being very worried about the sun elf that was looking for Xanathar spies because he's a half elf and the guard, or he's an elf and the guards said that someone's killing elves and half elves in the dock district.
I don't think we've got info on the race.
Yeah.
I was honestly deeply concerned that we were a better information gatherer for a moment there. But thank you, Maxine. Was there anything else you might have heard that would be of interest to someone looking to do away with criminal ne'er-do-wells?
She's
Things that the Harpers might like to know.
I know that there have been some Zentarum causing fights in the field ward. but nothing out of the ordinary nowadays. They're always causing problems.
What was that you cut out? See.
Yeah, you cut out. No, that's
She
me.
said that she heard of Zentarum getting into fights in the field ward, but that's nothing new because they're always causing problems.
Cool.
Okay.
Oh, I remember something amazing, she says, like her eyes going wide, and she starts like stamping her hooves excitedly. There's I heard some sailors say that there's a dragon in the harbor.
There's a dragon in the harbor.
It's been scaring the sailors, but it hasn't hurt anyone, so I don't know why they're scared.
Huh.
Dragons are pretty scary.
Does the dragon ward extend to the harbor?
The deep water harbor is where she said.
Oh, no, but isn't there like a ward over Waterdeep that keeps dragons out?
Yes. There is a ward that keeps dragons out. So apparently, like this one has taken up. It takes. It's a ward over the city and doesn't extend over the waters. So it seems
Okay.
as though a dragon has taken up residence in the harbor nearby.
Okay.
Did they didn't say what color it was, did they? I don't know if color matters. I don't know if Rookie would know color matters. He just asked because he thinks colors are cool.
Maxine will shake her head.
Okay. I don't know if that's something that we should be checking out. Rookie looks at his character sheet.
Maybe not something to check out without your monk.
We can relay that back to the harbors, and then they can send someone who's more experienced. Thank you, Miss Maxine.
You're very welcome. Now, if you don't have any apples or oats for me, you need to go soon because they're going to be coming by with my oats. And she starts like stamping her hooves and
I heard
tries
bits
to
and
like,
pieces, something about oats.
huh?
I only heard bits and pieces. That's something about oats.
It's like, unless you have any apples or oats, you need to go because they're going to be coming soon with her oats. And she starts stamping her feet and trying to like look over your shoulders for the stable boy.
I've got an apple for you, Maxine. Thank you so much for talking with us today.
You have an apple. And she immediately like comes over to Bethia and starts like lipping at like your hair and pauldrons. And you just hear her like muttering to herself, apple, 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 apple.
Vethia pulls the
that doesn't
apple out.
qualify as funny stuff.
Vethia pulls the apple out of her backpack and just, like breaks it in half with her hands and hands half to Maxine.
Why is that badass?
Because it is, and Maxine will greedily gobble up her half of the apple.
Okay, we should go. Thank you, Miss Maxine. If there's any more information that you can give us, just let us know. I don't know how, but I'm sure you'll find a way.
Usually Mert just sends someone by, and I tell them what I learned.
There you go. That'll work.
This is kind of the introductory, like, rookie mission. Go talk to Maxine and see what she knows.
It's the rookie mission? Oh.
Yo.
Yeah, perfect.
Alright, so you guys depart back to Troll Skull Alley, I assume? As it is, I forget what time of day I said it was.
It
I think it
was
was evening.
late because she's finished Maxine finished her work. So
Yeah.
she must be back at the thing, so it must be decently late.
Yeah, Varja Safir will be at the Blackstaff Tower because that's where she lives. So if you want to go turn in that now you can, or you can wait until after your uh, day 2 duty with the Dung Sweepers Guild in the morning.
It was too easy for you, was it?
Mm-hmm.
We were asked to do the mission
Vajra
at
Sapphire.
once.
Yes.
So
At once.
at once.
Okay.
So perhaps we drop off the information as post haste.
All right.
Yeah, might as well.
That's the agreement. Going to the Blackstaff Tower at once.
Seems good to me.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
sounds
Okay.
good.
So it is easily enough done. It's not so far into the evening that the roads between the wards are dangerous. You don't encounter any trouble along the way. No Zentarum or Xanathar uh, scuffles, at least this time. And you make your way to the Blackstaff Tower, and make your way inside. Or you knock on the door, and after the appropriate amount of waiting that one might expect, um, the black staff comes down to see you all, and like brings you into her rooms or whatever, in the chambers that she met you all previously, and looks at you all expectantly and says, "Well, what did Holmes say?"
Evil twins hide their faces, but we can expect that to change by winter. I wrote it down.
Before winter's end.
Before winter's end. I don't know why that was written down wrong.
And like you see like a look of recognition come over Vajra's face, and she kind of nods her head and says, "Thank you. That means we've got some time to prepare. That's good. I appreciate all of your help. I know that this wasn't necessarily up to what you guys were expecting coming into Waterdeep, but I appreciate your assistance nonetheless. And I did not forget my promises." And she'll kind of gesture you all to take a seat, and then she'll wander off to go and retrieve a couple of items, some long little boxes, where she comes and will, having identified Javi as the de facto leader of the group, will hand him the gold that you all agreed upon, because I believe there was some gold that you all discussed. And hell, if I can't remember. Oh, wait, no. She was taking care of the guild thing, so she'll hand him a writ that basically is all like Roofers Guild per so and so. You're gonna do this for free by order of the Black Staff, and it's got her like sign and symbol on it and stuff.
Was it just the roofers? Or was it?
It was like some equivalent of money. I believe she was
Yeah.
taking care of like one of like the things, and like the roofer was like the most expensive, so that's what
Okay.
we decided she was going to take care of for you. In our other off-screen episode. And then she'll gesture to each of the 5 boxes in front of you all, and we'll say, I hope these tokens of my gratitude will ensure that we have a long and prosperous partnership. and you all can go up and claim your rewards.
Prices.
Yay!
Yeah, surprises. So each of you, I will take one at a time. So whoever wants to be first, I'll take a D100 roll from you. So who wants to be first?
Well, let's go.
Someone else go.
Okay,
Oh,
I can
Meaties,
go.
I choose you.
Use the folder badge.
Okay, well, we'll go, and I got an 86.
Ooh, an 86, you say?
Yes, I do say.
Okay, like you go over to this first chest that kind of screams Velmedes at you.
It's got a book on the front with a candle inside.
And within, it's a rather there's like a moment of awe as you like see it, but there like it's
You
it's a
cut out
very
before when you describe what it.
it's a very
You cut out when
large
you describe
it's a
what it
very it's a
was.
very large box, but then in the center of it is a small little velvet pillow with a golden ring in the center of it with a purple amethyst and some other dark purple stone that kind of looks like slightly brainy looking.
Mm-hmm.
Slightly brainy looking.
It's a ring of mind shielding.
Oh. Thank you very much. We are greatly pleased to have been of assistance to you.
And Varja will nod her head and you're welcome. So who's next? She doesn't say that, but I'm saying who's next.
I can go if you want.
All right.
Let's see here. So I got an 88.
An 88. Okay. This one is again a long, long and very wide box, but it's kind of flat, and you like flip open the little latches on it and open it up, and the black staff will say behind you, "It's like, well, I figured you would appreciate something like this. It's not often that we come across anyone that is strong enough to wield one of these." And inside you see like this massive axe that is almost as tall as you are.
Nice.
It's a great axe +1.
Yay!
Great.
Who's next? Who's next? Who's next?
I got 42.
All right, Rookie got a 42. Um, yes, in your box, sorry, I'm marking things down. In your box, you find a, again, it's like, this one is a slightly smaller box. I think Rookie kind of navigated towards it because he's modest and will go, like, went
I like the
for...
idea that they all have particular markings on them to indicate who's got who, but Rookie's doesn't have one because they don't really know what he's about.
Possibly, but it's a like a square like little box like a for is there like one of the like square like necklace jewelry boxes or whatever, and you open it up and find a gold necklace amulet thing that has like a red vial in the center. It's a preept of wound closure.
Ah, yes.
Ooh,
Thank you, Mr. Blackstaff.
it's a Miss Blackstaff.
He's called her one thing, and then Valmedes called her Sir.
I called her Miss the Blackstaff.
Her title is the Black Staff, so you can call her whatever you like.
Rookie calls everyone Miss or Mister because that is polite.
Okay, Dan.
Yes, I guess this leaves me with 2 boxes. I can both. You want to do one?
Of course, I want to do.
You want Jade to roll hers later, and I'll
Yeah,
just leave this.
yeah.
space
It's
blank,
gonna
I
be
guess,
Schrodinger's
in the chat.
box. Yeah, it's gonna not have anything in
Okay.
it until she opens it.
30. 6.
Ooh, 36, you say.
Indeed.
And the black staff, as you're opening yours, she kind of b- blushes a little bit and says, "Well, I hope you don't mind, but I did take some liberties. I noticed the instrument at your side," and she kind of like gestures to like the little castanet things that you have like belted around. We'll say like kind of like hanging like a gold watch, and you see before you in the box what is mechanically the Falucan Bandior. I can't pronounce that, but it's a castanet. So like that one bardic loot thing. Well done for rolling really, really good on your.
Oh. I do vaguely remember what that
The
was, but without.
Falucan Bandor, yeah. Uh, for it has entangle, fairy fire, shillelagh, speak with animals, in addition to fly, invisibility, levitate, protection from evil and good.
I will have to try and remember how that. Have you got how it's spelt so I can search that up?
Yes, FOCHLUCANBANDORE. It's like the one that they don't have art for in the DMG.
Yes. The Lucan band or whatever.
Yeah.
Um,
But it's a castanet because she reskinning.
Reskinning.
You must have made an impression.
Apparently. You happened to like, did you? And he like picks it up and like gives it, clack 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 kind of thing.
You'd be amazed what uh, generations of black staffs can acquire. And she says, kind of giving like a little gesture to the staff in her own hand.
Must have ran into Tash Luton somewhere along the way. And he gives a smile.
Quite possibly. I'm afraid I don't know the history of everything in this tower, but I'm sure if I wanted to, I could wake somebody up who might know. She says, kind of glancing up at the tip of her staff again. But
If you find out, maybe you can tell me next time we meet.
she'll give you like a little nod. Speaking of next time, if there's any more work that you all would like to do for the Force Grey, it would always be appreciative. There's always troubling rumors that we hear of late, it seems. More so than usual. I just had a missive cross my desk just this morning about a dragon in the harbor. Kind of shakes her head.
He actually had a similar thing.
Oh, did you? Well, I did hear that it was a bronze dragon and hasn't harmed anyone. But if you all are interested, I could give you all a potion of water breathing to see if you can speak to the dragon, just to make sure that its intentions are that it has the good of the cities in mind whenever it's taking up such close residence. Can't be pleasant being near the dragon ward, but it's choosing to stay here anyway. It's just curious.
I want to quickly add that we heard it from the horse's mouth.
Let me
I've
just
never
scroll to the
talked to a
top of my
dragon
character
before.
sheets. Level 2, going to talk to a dragon underwater.
It's a bronze
Almost-
dragon.
A
It's fine.
bronze dragon.
Almost certain death.
Bronze
Rookie doesn't know
dragon.
that, but you
Yeah,
know.
but if it will be.
Only if you try to steal from it, which y'all
It's just
definitely.
moved in.
Exactly.
Can't have that much to steal, surely.
Yeah, maybe don't take your new toys down there because it might want them.
It's got a collection of clams. It's a clam dragon.
I'm shiny. But yeah,
I mean, do you have someone else you would plan to send, or?
well, I'm sure I'll send someone eventually. But well, as you said, you heard it from the horse's mouth, so I wouldn't have to. I wouldn't have to
Brief
explain
them.
it. I wouldn't have to brief them. I actually have like the potions here. How about this? I'll
Is
give
there
them.
like a small bit of recompense when we don't return? That we can send to our families.
Of course, the Force Grey takes these matters very seriously.
How often you get to speak to a dragon?
I mean, I don't know about you, but I mean, I enjoy talking, but I don't enjoy talking to something that could eat me.
Well, if it requires more physical compensation, that can be arranged. She says, kind of gesturing back to where she came. Like I said, the generations of Blackstaff enchantments are at your service.
Well, I would be very interested in talking to a dragon, both just to talk to a dragon and uh, to perhaps see more of these goods that you have access to.
It'll be good to still be able to help the city.
Yeah, who are we to turn down someone in need, especially if it's just some.
She notes that the mention of more magical rewards seems to change all of your minds almost immediately. You see that
This wants to help. It's so cool to be a dragon.
if there was a little pop-up thing in this game, you would see above her head the black staff. Will remember that.
Well, if we
Going down
must.
she also gets the opportunity to talk to a dragon. How cool is that?
Yeah, you're gonna have to make me come up with a voice for it.
Soul voice.
Did you say Sill's voice?
No, I said the troll's voice.
Oh.
What you really need to worry about is to give it a name.
Oh, it's got a name.
Easy.
But if there's nothing else, it is getting rather late, she says, and trails off.
Of course.
Stares at you all.
We should leave you.
We need to get back to the ghosts.
She frowns, but says nothing.
Have we established more than one ghost?
I don't believe so. Either
Okay.
way. But it's hard to tell, you can't really see which one is doing the work at the time.
Absolutely, yes. You don't know which one's doing what.
Yes, we should probably not leave them too long. I'm sure they will get lonely. But enjoy your evening, Madam Blackstaff.
And you as well, Mr. Detached Lutha, and the rest of you, Valmedes, Benedict, Vethia, Dell. Until next time. Hopefully you'll come back with good news about the dragon.
We'll do our best.
Hopefully, too, yes.
Basically, she's hoping that she doesn't have to try and fight a dragon in the harbor right next to the city with the more senior members of the Force Grey. You are definitely not meant to be fighting it. So if
Spoilers.
No. I'm just saying that this is more of a mission of just go feel it out. and come back and let me know if I need to send somebody bigger and meaner after it. So she's
Also, how cool is it to talk to a dragon?
yeah. I'm gonna have to come up with
How
a
often does
voice,
that happen?
right?
Especially at level 2.
You haven't played. Never mind. Um.
Unless I suppose you're playing a game where you're playing as a dragon. Then I suppose it's a pretty common occurrence.
No.
Yeah, you shouldn't tell yourself. That means you're crazy.
Not necessarily. It could mean you're creative.
Right. So you all return to Troll Skull Alley Tavern uh, after a long and weary day of dung sweeping, escorting, harpy and goat fighting, mountain climbing, and then talking to horses and dealing with the black staff. You all had a very, very busy day, and nearly almost immediately on the next morning, you're going to be up at dawn to be with the dung sweepers again. So
Oh
it
yeah.
is going to be a long, long week of getting up at dawn for these guys. Um, so um, I think that's probably a good place to end it. I know it's rather really 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 short session, but
Yeah,
you
it's all
kind
good.
of you kind of don't want
Yeah.
to do much more without Jade, I don't
Mm.
think. And
Right.
No, yeah.
but
Unfortunately, with me, they tend to wind up